welcome back to the Super Chevy Buzz podcast. This is episode 145, 6? I think it's 6.
5?
Is it 5?
It's 145. That's what we had in the Pinterest.
Get with it, man.
I don't know how true that is. I'm gonna look at the episode numbers.
Oh my lord. Okay, well we can waste time doing that, I guess.
I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see. So last episode was 140. Yeah, I skipped 4. I skipped 4.
You skipped 4, so are we on? Is it supposed to be actually 144?
No, this is 145.
Oh, okay. So you were wrong. That's what you're trying to say.
I wasn't, because according to the episode list, we've already done 145. But I went ahead and changed it, so it'll be 4, and then this one will be 45, just to appease you two.
Sure, why not? Yeah, okay. Appease us. Yeah, sure. For sure.
Anyway, this is Super Chevy Brothers Podcast, the last gaming journalism bastion on the planet of Earth, especially after what happened today. Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Game Informer. We can talk about it more later. 33 years, and then they literally just closed it down today, just instantly. Crazy, but
your entire lifetimes.
Mom, talk into the mic. You were doing fine before.
That's as far as entire life, yeah.
You were doing fine before.
Baker heard me.
Yeah, he heard you, but I'm hearing everything.
Okay. I said it's your entire lifetime.
Yeah. I saw Deadpool. Now I didn't listen to your review yet. I guess I gotta go listen to it, let you know whether I agree with it.
You said it was good. You told me it was one of the best movies you ever seen.
I didn't say that, but
you didn't say that.
Yeah, I don't remember saying that.
You did not say that.
Yeah.
I did. I said it was very fun, and you should go watch it.
Yeah, fun.
I'll go watch it. I haven't been to a movie theater. I very rarely go to movie theaters recently. I want to start going again, but everything ends up on streaming. Like that movie I talked about last week, the Abigail, and then Mom told me, yeah, I watched that in theaters like 4 months ago. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sure, but like now when you go to the movie theater, it's like the airport. You know, you used to go to the airport, you had to dress up and wear your nice socks and stuff.
No, I don't. I was born in 95.
Well, yeah, you don't remember, but you did. You didn't go. You come on. Here's the thing: the movie theaters used to be the same. You used to dress okay to go to the movie theater.
It was a movie date.
I mean, even if you were going as like a gangster boo, you're going as like a good-looking gangster boo. You know what I'm saying?
Even the family.
It was for everyone. It's from the family. It was for the streets. It was for everybody, and everybody dressed up and went to the movie theater. Now, you go in the movie theater, people are dressed in pajamas. People are bringing blankets.
People have been doing that though.
It's like Walmart.
They sell blankets. People were
doing that when I was a kid.
They bring pillows.
No. People were not bringing blankets. No.
Yes, yes, they were. I remember being in high school. Yeah, no, people.
No. Children are not people yet. Okay, I don't care what children. I'm talking about adults bringing blankets. They sell blankets there for you to get all the gross semen and popcorn butter into the blanket, and you're just sitting there. They wear pajamas, and you know what? Check this out, okay? This kind of person that goes to a movie these days. I finished Deadpool. I was very happy. I'm like, hey, babe, because I was with my babe. I'm like, hey, babe, check this out. I'm going to the restroom. You're going to wait on me this time. So I go in the restroom. I rest in the room, and, you know, you do the things you do there. And afterwards, your hands are just covered in stuff. So I'm going.
Like, what?
Don't worry. That's not the main point. Just wait. I get to the sink, okay? I'm washing my hands. And I know, like, that door is not a push door. That door is a pull door. And you know what that means? That means I'm going to have to take my now clean hands and soil them at the pull door that I know some other person probably did not wash their hands. So you know what I did? I left the sink, got a paper towel to dry my hands. I'm like, let me get another one to pull the pull door. This is the thing people do, okay? But I left the sink running. Not like I wasn't going to go back and turn it off, but why touch the sink either? I just clean my hands. Some guy comes out of the pooper. Okay? out of the pooper, walks right by me, sees that the water is on, does a U-turn, turns it off to say it conserve water, and then walks right out with crap on his hands. Didn't wash his hands at the sink. He turned the sink off. He made sure to turn off my left-on sink because I guess that's the right thing to do.
That's how COVID spread.
And then he grabs the door, walks right out, goes straight to the concession stand where I guess his girlfriend's in line. She's got popcorn and waiting on something else. He digs his hand in the popcorn and is eating. Is like, and I was feeling so sad for the girl. Like, oh my God, you are literally eating feces. Not even like fart feces or just like bug feces. Well, that's just normal stuff that happens in life. Yeah, you can't help that. You're gonna breathe in a fart.
If he's doing that all the time, she's probably used to it.
Right.
Probably used to it. And then she turned around, and I noticed she was wearing pajamas. So all my sympathy went away.
What's wrong with the pajamas? Why can't people be comfortable in the? This isn't like shopping in Walmart.
Okay,
pajamas.
stop. What's the difference between going to the movies and shopping at Walmart?
People can see you.
No, because when you go to the movies, people still see you. Because I see these people. You're going outside.
You see them while you're doing the main activity that you're there to do?
I see them in the parking lot.
Right.
I see them in line. I see them walking around with their gross SpongeBob,
you sound very judgmental.
with their fluffy SpongeBob slippers in the bathroom, just rubbing piss everywhere. I see them.
Are they doing that? Are they
yes, they are.
Yes, they are rubbing piss everywhere.
Yes, they are.
Okay. I'm glad you had a good time.
I just think they should wait for the stream.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're gonna, I don't know. Listen, I like to be as comfy in the movie theater as anybody else. I don't bring blankets. I don't do that because usually, I plan to watch the movie, so
not fall asleep,
not go to sleep. So, even when I had Movie Pass back in the day, I'd still put clothes on to go. I would go in like sweatpants and stuff, but I would see people come in there like Chinese food and stuff though. Like they come with the takeout.
Oh yeah,
but they're watching a movie. It's 90 minutes to a little longer than that. Why do you need a blanket for?
Bro, listen, TikTok is like the main form of entertainment for most of us. If it's longer than 2 minutes, it's too long. You gotta get ready to take a nap. Like that's where we're at right now. I mean, it just is what it is, right? Like that's why I see stuff that saw somebody saying like, oh, this movie's 2 hours and 30 minutes long. That's way too long. I can't watch that. And I'm like,
everyone should they should start making it mandatory that people do sports or something, so that your brain doesn't go down this path of pajama. It's not that they just got out of bed let me go watch a movie, get in the car, go. No, they got out of bed. They had regular clothes on and then said, let's go watch a movie. I'm gonna go get my pajamas. Because people don't wear pajamas like they wear pajamas at home.
Okay, outside. So
okay,
are you done?
I'm glad you enjoyed Deadpool.
I enjoyed the movie. The movie was great.
I'm glad you liked that movie. I forgot that's what you were talking about was the movie. Yeah.
And
I just get pinned in one place and I wait for him to circle around.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Okay, guys, don't act like I'm the crazy. Okay, how many guys do you know walk around with Looney Tune pajamas and a full-on sweater around? No, they got their balls out with the underwear. They put that on to go out. That's why it's crazy. Okay, anyway, how was your week?
I bought you those Looney Tune pajamas.
I was about to say, why are you talking about yourself like that? My week has been all right. It's been good. I'm very glad work's over. Haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet. Plan on seeing it at some point. But yeah, no, I've been good and playing a lot of Mortal Kombat. I'm gonna whoop Shavar's butt after this because I know he hasn't been playing. But that's what I've been doing. That and Hollow Knight and working. that's about it.
Hollow Knight?
Yeah, it's a game. It's a game. Oh. I could talk about it later. But yeah, no. Everything's been good. It's been good, and that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to get too into detail because then I'll lose my job.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
All right, Mom.
I've been doing the old, hamster wheel deal, but I've also been watching the Olympics.
Yeah, that's. Did you get the Peacock to work?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she used it today when I came over. But
It's the best.
we're all in
It's the
person
best
this
part.
time.
It's the best part.
It's the best part. So we're also all in the same room, which we normally are not.
Gonna be slightly less talking over each other, which is nice.
Slightly.
No.
Did you get to the multi-channel view on Peacock where you can watch all the sports at the same
I'm
time?
just gonna say yes, okay? Yes.
Yes, she did. I watched her. I saw it with my own two eyes.
All right. Congratulations to the women's fencing team.
Yeah,
Bringing
women's
home the
fencing
gold.
team. Shout out to Simone Biles.
Shout out.
Shikari, because Dallas.
Oh wow. Shikari.
That started yesterday, I think.
Who cares?
America football team. Oh my God, guys! Morocco rocked us. It was 4-0.
That's not our. We're not one of those countries. We're not good at that one.
Is it soccer?
Okay, but here's the thing. If we can be good at something we don't care about, that's kind of cool. But we're not, and that kind of
All I
sucks.
gotta say is America lost at shooting, so we're already not good at the things we're supposed to be good at.
Are you kidding?
Well, here's the
Yes.
thing.
As many
Most
shootings as we had.
Yeah,
Most of the-
we lost. Yeah, we didn't. We did not win the shooting contest. So
That's because most of the shooting we do is to the wrong place in person. So,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
I'm
then
sure-
they end up killing the
Yeah,
shooter.
no.
Yeah.
trust me, if we were good at shooting, we would not even. We'd have a whole new Republican nominee, and we suck at shooting. Okay, we're
Man, that
not
kid
good
has some
at
bad aim, dude. He has some terrible aim.
it. What was the Norwegian guy who did the shooting? All these people come out, like the Chinese and the Koreans. They've got these
They got the
things
eyeglasses and
to
everything.
hold. Yeah,
It's like that one gif from Spy Kids where he, all the little layers of the lenses come out.
Yeah, but then the Norwegian guy just comes out like this old man.
Yep. His
Pulls the
glasses
gun up
on.
and he shoots it. He's got his
He got
glasses
silver.
on.
He got silver. No equipment. Just went out there and shot. Did his thing. No, the Olympics has been really fun to watch this year. Usually is fun. But
Swimming's been amazing. It's going swimmingly well.
Yeah,
Swimming was good. I was watching surfing the other day.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, it's fun. No, it was fun to watch. It was one of the first days, but I also was kind of laughing because they have to wait on the waves.
Most of it's waiting.
Yeah, so most of it is just them waiting for it to come through. So that was fun to watch during work because you don't have to pay attention most of the time. You just wait until they're like, okay, it's happening, and then you see them get a couple of points.
You saw that picture that was taken of the winner.
No, I didn't see it. What was it?
He was doing the surf on the huge wave, and at the moment that the photographer took the picture, it was like as if he were floating above the water, and his surfboard was up there with him too, straight up like this. And
That's
he's
cool.
like floating in air, and he's like thumbs up, like, "Hey."
I haven't seen that one yet.
It's amazing.
You know what's not amazing? Men's 3v3 basketball America team. What are they? They lost.
3v3? Wait, who do we have?
They lost 2 games straight.
Who do we have playing for? Anybody we know?
Exactly. They need to have the darkest, biggest brothers out there playing 3v3.
Who do they have?
They got like a
They got
6-2.
LeBron, right?
They don't. Yeah, where's our? Wait, why aren't
No.
NBA players?
NBA players are playing regular FIBA basketball.
And
This
they're
is
killing
3v3, half court 3v3 street ball. They have street ball in the Olympics. They have not a street mofo out there. It is Timothy and Christian
Harry.
and like a dude named Blake. And they're out there and they're losing every
That's
game
pretty
for the
bad.
Chinese.
Tom is not playing
The
well.
Chinese are just balling on them. They're not even sweating.
Now China's been actually kind of killing it this year, to the point where other athletes are just disrespecting them. There's a clip I saw where a Chinese woman won a tennis match, and her opponent just spiked the ball at her, and then pretended that it was an accident. But you could literally see her like just like hit it right at her, like hit her in the shoulder or something, like full speed. It's just been crazy. Yeah, or like
He just wasn't ready to stop playing.
Several other teammates, several other countries like walk past Chinese athletes, like tripped them or like shoved them or pushed them. There's a lot of clips of that going around. They're like bullying the Chinese athletes, but yeah, no, it's been fun to watch. I remember, I think last Summer Olympics I didn't actually watch, but I'm watching this one, and it's very entertaining. The I think it was like the gymnast. No. Men's volleyball. Yeah, that's fun to watch.
Men's volleyball was pretty good today.
Yeah. I did not know Poland had black people. That was crazy. There's like one black guy on the team. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. That's their diversity.
They don't. Neither does Japan, but for the Olympics they do.
Yeah, right. It's just like
you look at the Japanese women's basketball team, you're like, what?
Why is Ashley Reese? Why is Angie Reese there?
What is going on?
When did they draft Caitlin Clark? When did that happen?
Well, yeah. Anyway, I didn't know Caitlin Clark was black, but yeah.
I mean,
she can't hoop. Maybe, I don't know. She's like the Steph Curry of brunettes.
But Steph Curry's black.
I said of brunettes.
Okay, what does that mean, Steph Curry? Okay, anyway, I'm not gonna analyze that one.
She can shoot really well.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Unlike America in the Olympics.
But
that's shooting. Basketball shooting's pretty good.
That's been my week.
Oh yeah,
the Olympics. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Mom was at the Olympics. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, outside of the Olympics, we also have a lot of video game news to talk about. But, Mom, do you have a movie for us?
I have a movie that I skipped over to get to Deadpool, and that was Twister. We didn't talk about Twister, right?
No.
Okay.
We did not.
Missing a letter.
Twisters?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. It is Twisters. By the way, I pushed that when we were talking about the Olympics like 20 minutes ago. So timing was just right. All right. Tell us about that movie, Mom.
All right. Let's first start out with the title. Twisters. This movie is sort of nostalgic, if I may say so myself. Is one of the movies that I took you guys to, and then afterwards we went to Disney World and experienced it in 4D in real life. But the Twisters movie back in the old days had this famous scene where a cow flew through the air, and I love that one. This one, there's cows and there's bulls, but none of them are flying in the air.
Boo.
Yeah. It's not a remake, it's an update to the movie, and it's kind of fast and fun, and, you know, the stars are Glenn Powell as Tyler Owens, Kieran Shipka as Addie, Anthony Ramos as Javi, and the others are just side pieces. So there's lots of characters in this movie. Everybody's, you know, a cowboy or an Indian or something. I don't know. And everybody's running around like crazy. It's fun. It's a lot of action. Of course, there's Twisters. It's the season, Tornado Alley season. And the crew is in Oklahoma. They're trying to capture the best Twisters. We have like a out-of-control cowboy who's on social media, and he captures, you know, lots of video showing where he's, I guess, chasing Twisters. But on the other hand, we have the scientific team which we find out later isn't quite as scientific as we thought. They have the best people on the team, but their motives are a little, shady. That might be a spoiler, but really, who cares? It's Twisters. It's not like a real serious movie here. So I had fun. It was fun to watch. It wasn't that serious as far as the plot was concerned. Hey! But the Twisters were really exciting. I have to give it to them. They did a really great job when everything got torn up, blown away, blown out. And it was kind of exciting, up until the end. So I do recommend Twisters as a date night movie or a fun movie for the kids if you want to scare the crap out of them. And I give it 3 tubs of popcorn and 2 sodas slurped till the end. Now you may criticize, Sure. Go for it.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought that was a good. I thought that was a good review.
I was not.
Can I just say I just want to say I'm sick of Glenn Powell. He's been in like 5 movies in a row. He looks like a capybara or whatever. I'm just tired of looking at him.
He does look like a capybara.
He should have been in Barbie. He's so pretty.
No, but they had Ryan Gosling. At that point, you don't really need him.
No, he does look more like a Ken because his face is so wrong. I was just gonna say that I was just gonna ask you what possible sinister thing could you do with a tornado? Like, I don't want to spoil the movie, but I'm gonna throw out 3 things, and you're gonna tell me if any of them might be close to the sinister intentions of the villain in the movie. Number one. Are they going to use Twisters to create Sharknadoes? Number 2, are they going to use Twisters to attack the Chinese? And number 3, do they just not care about the damage that happens with Twisters and care more about the data around Twisters? Are any of those okay or close?
No.
Okay. This movie might be more interesting than I thought.
Yes. Because I wasn't really thinking in that direction. But once, they kind of reveal it, it makes a whole lot of sense.
Okay.
Very sinister. Sinister Twisters. Relate them all.
Yeah, wait. So is this a sequel? Would you call this a sequel?
Not at all.
No, it's just a redo. It's like a...
Yeah.
Concept. Take the concept, do it again.
Because really, there's no plot. It's just the Twister.
Well,
Twister comes through.
There's a plot.
There's no like narrative that could carry to another movie. We know what tornadoes are.
Tornadoes.
Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong. Is it really just about a really big Twister?
I think it's about Twisters.
Is it like a fantasy thing? Like it's so like wow, we've never like. Or is this like something that could happen in real life?
So the female scientist, she chased Twisters in her youth, all right? So like college kids and all that. And they were all, chasing, but then it went wrong and people died, okay? It was serious and people died. So she stopped chasing storms physically. And she became a meteorologist in a building, and she could predict storms, and because she had theories of how to sort of slow them down so they don't do as much damage.
Like Kamala Harris. Like Kamala.
Yes, she was a Kamala of Twisters.
Kamala Khan, yeah.
So, there is a plot. But then it turns out that when she returns... I'm about to watch the movie. When she returns to helping, that's where the twist comes in.
Okay.
Let me get it out.
I'm sorry. That was a great joke.
To me, it sounds like a movie that's going to embolden those people that are like, you ever heard of those weather machines? They're making the weather, so...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it goes right with the conspiracy theories.
Well, they got 5G towers everywhere.
5G towers. Did you know that the reason the hurricanes are named after that has nothing to do with alphabetical order? It's because they name them after the people who make them.
What?
Yeah, that's what people say. They say that the hurricanes are named after the people who created them. Not.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah.
I did hear the new Biden conspiracy where they thought Biden got switched out with a new guy, and they were showing pictures.
That is the worst.
Have
new
you-
guy
I gotta
I've
say,
ever seen.
since Gucci Mane got out of prison, that conspiracy has gotten so old and washed and used up.
Well,
We gotta
it's
wait.
so
We gotta
funny.
wait at least 10 years to use that one again. It's over. It's overdone. The clone thing, not.
No. It's not a clone. Not even that far. They got another guy who's just old, and they only take bad pictures of him, so you can't tell. But he's taller than Biden, and he's stronger than Biden, and so they show videos like Biden's never moved this fast before, or his chest is too barreled. This is definitely not him.
They do have lookalikes, all of the presidents, so that they can, have a little subterfuge going on.
Yeah, they don't have them give State of
But
the
they don't
Union
have them.
address.
Right, I agree with that.
No, but that's what they're saying. Yeah. So,
No.
yeah, I've seen that online too. I've seen people be like, "Look, he's shorter here than he was here."
No. I'm not saying that's what happened at the State of the Union. I'm just saying they do have doubles, and they show up in different places so that they can lure the.
Oh, Mom, are you Googling the tornado
I
thing?
did. I wanted to see how they're named.
It's alphabetic.
It's
and
random.
They alternate by male and female. But
Right.
Yeah.
They're
By the
random.
year, yeah.
Yeah, in alphabetical order. Yeah.
And there's no secret society stuff to that.
Yeah, no.
That you know
Beryl,
of.
however, what the hell?
Beryl, Haley was kept telling me, she's like, "Oh, that's pronounced out like my uncle's name, Burl."
Burl.
Yeah, and it worked.
What happened to Barry?
They already did that. They can't
Bartholomew.
rename them.
I don't
the
really
same
care what
thing.
it's named. That crap sucked.
Rick.
I didn't have anything. I had nothing. I had no power. We were driving around like homeless people. Like,
That's what happened to you.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, well, that was. We've recorded since then. I think we just didn't talk. We just didn't talk about it. Yeah, I went through. The hurricane came through. I didn't have power for a week. I was eating fruit and fast food. That's all there was to eat. Our cats.
Oh, like a crow.
Yep. Our cats were so hot they would just sprawl out on the ground. Every time we walked in the house, we'd be flat like rugs. No, but then the power came back like a week later. So Texas is the worst place to live. But I got to stay in a resort though, so that was fun. Because Haley's company paid for it, so that was pretty nice. That's pretty much that in a nutshell. That sucked, man. There are trees down everywhere. Our road got blocked. We showed Mom and Dad pictures earlier. It was crazy, but
Yeah.
Well,
that's crazy.
That's Twisters, baby. That's Twisters.
yeah, real life twisters. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the next movie out?
Next movie,
Trap. That's
Trap.
Trap, yeah.
That's a Gucci Mane biopic, right?
I almost saw that one
Yeah,
last
okay.
night, but fell asleep.
Yeah.
That's a M.
The
Night Shyamalan.
The T.I. story. Yeah.
T.I. is such a loser. Oh my god. It's like you ever see someone and then they're like everything they do and say is the opposite of what you would typically like if you saw T.I. walking down the street, you're like, man, that guy's a loser. I don't really have to know nothing about him. You just like look at him. He's like, that guy's like and then he talks all this stuff. But then the more he talks, he just confirms everything
What
he
is he
thought
talking
about
about?
it. I don't know. T.I.
Who is he
You brought up
Oh
T.I.
yeah, I forgot halfway through. Yeah, no, T.I. He's kind of funny because I think he started doing stand up and it was terrible, but he just kept doing it because people wanted to see T.I. And
Well, that's what-
people
say
it's
people
a successful career. So
People make fun of him for that, but that's what you should do.
he was really not funny. Like I remember watching like
He's not
clips.
funny.
He was not funny at all.
He's not funny.
It wasn't
But-
even like offensive. It's
Are
just
we
like no, there
talking
was
rapper
nothing funny.
T.I.?
Yes,
Oh.
Yeah, the rapper.
he was doing
yeah.
stand up, and
That's a
it was
fool.
not.
Well, here's the
good.
thing. That's if you're not good at stand up and you want to be, you got to keep going. So I can't fault the guy for that, especially since he's rich. It's not like he's putting his poor girlfriend out of a situation or something. Like he's fine.
His poor girlfriend. You mean his wife of like
Are they still together?
25 years. I think they might have broken up. I don't remember, but I think they're still together.
We have no clue. I'm not even going to speculate. I don't care.
Him and Miss
I
Piggy.
just You brought up T.I. Oh, duh, that's not funny.
I didn't say that. He whispered it. I said it.
That's not funny. You can't call
She's
people.
amplified it. It's the truth.
Well, we did call the other guy Capybara, so it's okay.
He does, because he does. He's so unnatural looking.
And Miss Piggy isn't a bad character. I think she's
everybody
like,
loves Miss Piggy. Yeah.
out of all Kermit and all the pals. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, she's like number one, number two up there. I mean,
well, they're still married, it seems.
they could have given her a better name though.
Tiny?
No, Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy. I mean, I think Miss. I mean, there's. I mean,
Miss Piggy?
what's wrong with? What's wrong with?
What are we talking about, Miss
Yeah. What else we got?
News. Okay, so look, man. Stuff just costs too much. Even if you're making and raking in billions of dollars.
And your insider trading.
Well, not that part yet. Even if you're making billions of dollars, okay? Sometimes it's just not worth it to make another game. You just gotta chill. And that's what Bungie says they're doing. They're saying no Destiny 3, no more expansions, no more expansions, 2 expansions. It's all canceled. We don't even want to make games anymore.
Yeah.
Bungie has canceled everything Destiny 3.
They laid off a lot of people.
They laid off a lot of people. Look, this stuff is getting expensive, guys. The price of these things, they're getting expensive.
I think we're at the point where the bubble's about. Well, the bubble burst a long time ago.
Yeah,
It's not good. Like, the games are way too expensive. These games on this level are way too expensive to make. Destiny 2, by the way, for people who don't know, this game's been out for a long time. It's been out for a while to the point where now it's free to play. So it kind of lives off of the expansions as far as, like, making money off of it. But people were expecting, I think, at least one more expansion. One of the devs did clarify, I think it's in this article too, but Destiny 3 wasn't like being worked on or anything. They hadn't like started working on it yet or anything, but they were planning on possibly doing a Destiny 3, which is not like out of the cards, but they did say no at the moment. I think Shavar's right. I think it's just really expensive, so they cut a lot of people, which is not great because there's a lot of talented people who work there, right? And it sucks because the way they do that, when they do this, some of these people find out through like TikTok before they get the email. Like that's how poorly some of this stuff is communicated, right? So like a lot of artists were laid off, a lot of community people were laid off, a lot of the testers were laid off and stuff like that. I happen to follow a few of them, and it just sucks because this wasn't the only big thing this week as far as that goes, and I'm not even talking about Game Informer, but like. That just it's just been happening so much. Like the bubbles burst. Like people need to, people need to realize like the games are really expensive, and there needs to be something done at like the sea level to like make sure people can keep their jobs and make things that aren't ballooning to like millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars that we can't afford.
All right.
Well,
sit down,
I think
guys. I think I need to tell you something. Gaming is over. Whatever games you have, hold on to them. Play them over and over again.
Okay. I just think like here's the thing, okay? I know at one point it was this great thing where it was like we no longer have horrid games that come out.
Games are great for the most part.
And we no longer have like C-tier games, right? But then that kind of was bad. Cuz we need to go back to the days where you've got I don't know.
Oh, he's talking. So what's going on here?
I'm doing my Donald Trump hands, so you can't see. But if you were watching them, it'd be more entertaining. We need like 10 AAA studios max, and then we've got a lot of other people putting out these like B-level games, and we'll be happy again. Let's go back to PlayStation 3 days. It's like early 360 days. Let's go back to those days. That's what we.
I mean,
need.
that was better. I mean, it kind of sucks because like you said, like I think almost every AAA studio has been like gutted this year, and I feel like that's the thing is it's mostly the AAA games. That's who's being like screwed over. As far as the smaller developers or indie developers, because they were bought by a bigger company and then that company shut down or cut people
Well,
back.
I mean, companies got to look at money and cut. I mean, it's.
I
Gonna
mean, I
happen.
didn't say. I mean, yeah, I understand how it works. It sucks, but yeah, it's very very crappy because I don't know. It's one of those things where like you said, like even indie games these days are expensive to make, like quote unquote indie games, like small games made by only a few people. So I don't know. I understand cutting costs, but also like something's got to give.
I'm telling you, man, just get into AI, man.
I don't think that's the answer. I think that's the answer to worse games, but
well, it's gonna be look. They fire people. They need Kathy, someone to replace Kathy or Christy or Cassandra to, I don't know, make wall textures or something. If you don't think EA is gonna
EA absolutely
buy an AI to do that, then you're wrong. They're definitely gonna do that.
In Japan, there's already a manga company who's using AI to translate. They said they're gonna start like next month with doing a bunch of translations to English, which I don't have a lot of faith in that. I'm curious to see how it goes. Let me put it that way. I'm not saying it can't work, but I want to see how accurate it does that because
that is so Japanese in so many ways. Number one, you literally have so many people who could translate that thing for you. You just pay them. Number two, what do you need an AI for? We've had like Google Translate for like 80 years.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's the part that kills me, right? It's like one, like if Google Translate is already like pretty poorly translated, like I don't know why they think the AI thing will be like that much.
How can you be so far behind and also so ambitious at the same time? I do not understand it. It didn't make any sense. And then they're gonna have AI do the thing. They're not gonna know if it's right or wrong or not. Because if you did know if it was right or wrong or not, you wouldn't need it in the first place. Because you could translate it. But we'll see.
Round 2. Fight.
Okay, back to insider trading.
Yeah. So very sad news. 33-year-old gaming magazine, Game Informer, was suddenly shut down today. It's not a big. Well, it was a gigantic surprise they got shut down. But like recently, GameStop was kind of talking about Game Informer. They separate from Game Informer, right? But today all the employees were laid off at the exact same time. Everybody from videographers to editors to associate editors to contributors, everybody got laid off. So the website itself, it was up for a little bit. Then there was a splash page saying, we're gone. Thank you for visiting. And then I think when I checked a couple hours ago, now it's just a 504 page. There's nothing there. You can't even look at old Game Informer stuff that was digital. It's all gone. I'm not sure as far as the YouTube channels and stuff like that, but the website itself, all that stuff is just gone. A lot of the journalists who were trying to get their stuff and like get their clips, they didn't get to because, like some of them are now. They're using like the Wayback Machine and stuff, but a lot of them didn't get to get their clips because partway through doing that, the website just stopped working. It's a really crappy way to lay people off. Laying people off sucks anyway, right? There's no good way to do it. But yeah, it was very sudden. A institution of gaming journalism, honestly. It's like, I feel like a lot of people, that's what got them into like that side of things. But yeah, it's just gone now. No physical version, no digital version, nothing. It's just gone.
Wow. Now I feel bad about burning all your magazines.
She was waiting to see.
I mean, those are going to be big money now.
Well, not anymore.
Shavar knew. That's why we kept all of them.
Well, Mom burned them.
All of them.
Mom burned them. So here's what we do, okay? We get the ones we have, we scan them, we make an archive, but we have to hide it so they can't come and delete them. And then we sell it. Sell the physicals.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I like that. I think we should work on like helping them archive some of that stuff because I don't know. It sucks because they were like the last gaming magazine left.
Right.
Like there were no other like magazine. I remember EGM got shut down a long time ago, and that was like another big one. But yeah, they're gone. There's no Xbox magazine either. Xbox magazine's been gone for a while too. PlayStation magazine's been gone for a while. So
And it was a good magazine. I used to read it.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was actual writing about game. When you look at other websites, like not like to poke fun at Kotaku,
it's their aggregators.
but, like
they
they're
just,
like they don't like report mostly.
Yeah, it's just
they don't
aggregation.
report anything. They just get stuff sent down and then they like.
straight to the point, no analysis or anything like that.
Well, they'll give analysis, but they'll give like the most bad and that like Kotaku's so boring.
Kotaku, I don't know. Kotaku's going through phases. I don't like the current like editorship. Kotaku, no like disrespect, but like some of their stuff's really good, and some of it's very boring and straightforward. But I know that that's a Gizmodo thing, right? But I agree. Like the writing on Game Informer was more like a traditional journalistic magazine, right? Like their interviews were very in depth. They asked a lot of good questions. They had Q&As. They had reader questions that they would send in. They had art got sent in. Reviews would be very in depth, but also didn't overstay their welcome. When they gave something a 6 out of 10, it kind of made sense why it got there. Some of their reviews are really funny, especially if the game was bad. Game Enforcer was great. That was like their April Fool's thing they did every year, and it fooled a lot of people a lot of times too. It fooled me sometimes because I forgot I got to that section of the book. Yeah, dude, it was like a good magazine. Like it wasn't just, I need to watch gaming, look at gaming stuff. Let's do this. They got a lot of in depth interviews for stuff before it came out, like Grand Theft Auto 4 and that Snoop Dogg game that never came out, and Shaolin Monks and all that stuff. So. Yeah, no, it sucks because like there's nothing that the people who work there could do. It just shut down.
Well, when GameStop shut it down, the parent company, the last issue is number 367, the Dragon Age, the Veilguard cover story. So if any of you out there have that, I suggest you get your saran wrap it tight. That is
I think that might be the least valuable one, honestly.
No, the last one's gonna be valuable for sure.
It's gonna be pretty.
It's weird.
Well, the thing is, on their website, they had an archive of all of their covers and all of the stuff. Now that's gone because the website's gone. So everything's gonna be pretty. Somebody's gonna want to save that stuff because it's gone. They had their own section of the website that was just old Game Informer covers and the pages from the stuff, but it's all gone now.
33
Yeah,
years.
that's to me that's the worst part is that they didn't leave the website up at all, and it wasn't like
So what did they do to all the people who subscribed?
Oh, so there's a link that they need to click. So here's the thing. GameStop's not going to help them get the refund. If you're somebody who recently subscribed, because by the way, I was like, dang, thank God I didn't subscribe. I was about
to renew my subscription last week.
I was just about to subscribe because I didn't have my own subscription. And they were offering like 2-year subscriptions, right? For like $60 or something. But yeah, now those people have to contact customer service and get their money back. They're not going to get refunded automatically. Even if you bought it like yesterday, they're saying that you have to reach out to GameStop and ask for a refund. Like, there's no refund form or anything like that either. Like, you need to like email them basically. It sucks, especially because like, I'm sorry, they knew they were going to do this and they were still selling memberships up until the day before. That's actually unethical. You're not supposed to be able to do that. But at the same time, they also fired an entire company full of people who had no idea that was going to happen.
Right.
So
that they couldn't give the heads up by telling subscribers.
So
guess what?
Well, I mean, it's different to tell subscribers and just not offer the option to subscribe for like 2 years. Like
that would be a heads up.
Yeah, that's like.
But also, it's a bigger picture too. It's just a reflection of what's about to happen to GameStop. It's been suffering for quite a while.
Somebody shoot that thing already.
Yeah.
My thing with GameStop, like, because if you've walked into one recently, they've pivoted to other things, but
like Funko Pops.
Yeah, action figure. I mean, I went in there the other day. Oh my God, I gotta tell you this most embarrassing story. I love my wife.
I love my wife.
I do, because she saved me from... Okay, so there's this Ben Affleck Batman toy. Was it Ben Affleck? No. Yes, it was Ben Affleck, Batman vs. Superman, Ben Affleck, Todd McFarlane toy. All right? I've been looking for this thing. I had it in my hand twice, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get this because I need to do other stuff. And then I was like, okay, now I can get this thing. Couldn't find it anywhere. It's normally like $19, $19.99. It's if you went to go get it now, it's like $50, $60 because it's so in demand. And I had it in my hand twice. Anyway, we went out somewhere to go do some event or something, and there was a GameStop nearby. I'm like, I'm gonna try it out. The largest GameStop I've ever walked into in my life, and they had it. So I get the thing, the toy. Okay, I get it. I'm like so happy. I go back to the car. I put it in my wife's hand, pretending like she would be interested. And I'm like, look at that. I got it. And she's like, what's wrong with the face?
What?
So I look at the face, and he's got like a little, a booger of paint right under his cowl. I'm like, oh no. Oh, what am I gonna do? And she's like, go in and switch it for another one. There's another one, right? Like, they're like 3. Okay, yeah, cool. I'll go in. So I go in. I'm like, sorry, man, this has got a paint thing on it, and I want to change. And the guy looks at me like, I don't give 2 cents. He's like, he doesn't care. He's like, whatever, dude. Just go get it, man. Whatever, man. And so I go back there, I grab another, I just put this one back, I grab the other one and walk out. I'm like, okay, thanks, babe, let's go. She's like, this one's worse. I look at the paint, this one's way worse than the first one I picked up. It's got a booger, the eye's not lined up, it's like horrible. And I'm like, what do I do? I can't go back in there. The way the guy was looking at me, like I'm a little like retard. I'm sorry. Like I'm...
You don't even know another word. That's all you know.
Toy buyer.
No, I already said the word. The way that man looked at me, and if I go in there a third time, like the speck of paint on this one is worse, he's gonna lose his mind. So you know what my wonderful wife did?
She went in for you.
She did it for me. She's so amazing. She did it for me. She looked at him. Her eyes are better than mine. I got old man eyes. She got them young girl eyes. He picked the right one and walked out of there. I picked the right one.
All right. Well, I'm glad you got that.
Anyway, okay. GameStop, if you ever been in there, they're doing a lot more than games, right? They got DVDs, they got toys, they got all this, but they don't advertise. I guess they don't have money to do it. They need to advertise themselves like it's just they need to advertise themselves like they're the Toys R Us or the other places that close down and fill that void. Because they don't. Like, if people knew you could walk into a GameStop and get rare toys you can't get anywhere else, more people will go. People knew you could walk in there and get... What do young people buy these days? Donuts?
Yeah.
Donuts? Uh-huh. No, I mean...
Maybe they should start.
Yeah, I guess if, you like physical media, but also I feel like the thing about that is there's places doing that better.
Like what? What are doing?
Like
what
if
better?
you want those things like figures or like DVDs and stuff, there's other places that sell those things. Like
yeah, but if you go to GameStop, one thing I like about GameStop and getting a figure there, if you're a member, you always get like $2 or $3 off the thing. They always have them. They're never out because no one goes in there for that. Like if I go to GameStop, they are stocked, my guy. So like, yeah, other places sell stuff, but you got to get people in the door. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't want to support GameStop, so
well,
you don't
them. Have to. I'm sure. That
you mean Game Stonks?
Yeah, they'll be out of here soon. With all the insider trading and everything.
As I said before, guys, gaming is dying.
No, GameStop is dying because people got internet. That's why it's dying. If you want to buy a game, you no longer have to like figure out how to, you know, when I was a kid and I thought people bought stuff online, I'm like, what do you put the money in the printer or and send it out? I have no clue. It didn't make any sense to me. It's a completely different world now. People do not want to get a physical disc and put it in the machine. They just go on the thing, click a button, credit card, done. All right, so that's why GameStop's dying.
True, but you still have to have people making the games.
There are plenty of people making the games. They're just fired right now.
Oh, okay.
They made the game and then they lost their job, and then they'll get another one, and then when they make that one, they're gonna lose that job. That's
the crazy part too, right? Like, it doesn't even matter how good your game is. Your company's probably gonna get shut down.
Yeah, I mean, you know, make a new company. It's fine. It's A-okay.
And 3 times 1. What is it? 3! Yeah, that's a magic number.
Okay, so someone added a Kotaku article. Weren't we just talking about them? What we love and miss about the Xbox 360. That was one era of games. I tell you what.
I think I remember 360 was great. I think I used to like the 360 a little more than the PS3 until the tail end.
Until I got like the PS3 felt like this computer, while the 360 felt like a console.
Yeah, it's a game console.
Yeah, and then like it did amazing things.
Gears of War was great, and then after those stopped coming out, forget about it.
It taught people how to apply thermal paste.
You gotta fix your own console, because this was, my opinion, worst console of all time. Great games, worst actual console of all time.
Worst built console.
Worst built console of all time. We had 3 Xbox 360s.
And we fixed them all.
Yeah, we fixed all of them. Yeah, they all work now, but before that, we had 3 broken ones, because they all broke. I still remember to this day, we have a 4th one, only because I won one at school, and then somebody tried to take it away from me because they were like, you already have an Xbox 360. And I was like, shut up. I want another one. So
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. 360 was great. I think the reason this article was written is because the 360 store is gone. The original Xbox Marketplace had everything available until the beginning of this week, or last week, or into last week. So yeah, so if you own an Xbox, the original Xbox Marketplace stuff, a lot of stuff was on sale, a lot of stuff you could get there, only there, all gone. That store has officially shut down, just like, you know, Nintendo eShop, all that stuff like that. Only one left now, I think, is the Vita and PS3 store, which I might start just buying things crazy on there. But yeah,
I think this 360 did a lot of good stuff in a smart way. Like, how do you teach consumers that memory cards are stupid? You give them memory cards that are too small to hold anything, but you sell them to them anyway, and then they eventually stop buying them and just buy a bigger hard drive. Genius.
Yeah, honestly, very smart.
Genius. How do you teach people that they need to switch to HDMI and HD? Well, you give them a connector cable that has either an HDMI cord or 18 colored cables to plug into the new flat screen TVs with Ys and CRs and GRBs. Yeah, they're not going to do that. They're just going to upgrade and get a new TV. They were pretty smart.
I remember when Mom got us our 360, because she came back from Florida, I think, and she had the 360 with her. So we got it for Christmas, I think. I think it was Christmas. Yeah, it was Christmas. We got our Xbox 360. We got all the launch games, too. Perfect Dark Zero, which was not a very good game, but it was a launch title. And Cameo, which was, at the time, I loved that game. It was a great game. I was only like 11 or 12 or something like that when the 360 came out. But it was I feel like that was like a big step up for like console gaming, right? Like from like the Xbox to PS2 to the 360, that was a big step. Which is funny because I remember back then people were like, the graphics don't look that much different. That was a big step. It was a huge step. Stuff stopped looking real like polygony. Like stuff started looking a little smoother than, you know, GTA Vice City square hands type stuff, you know.
I'm sorry also, if I missed something here, but are these the things, the gaming things where you had to like nurse them back to health?
Yeah, those, yeah.
And you're sitting here being nostalgic.
Well,
you know
it
those
doesn't.
things cost.
Doesn't it show you
how?
how?
It back to
Doesn't it show you how different the world is? Imagine if Microsoft put out a console where 6 months in, people started getting a red ring telling them that it doesn't work, and they have to go to YouTube and watch like 3 hours of
You have to
videos
wrap
to
it in
learn.
towels, bro.
death.
You
You have to wrap it in towels, bro.
People were wrapping them in towels. This guy in the article, what an idiot. He says he put his in an oven to loosen up the glue. I don't even know what he's talking
He
about.
put in his nah, he's stupid.
He says,
He's
my
dumb.
console ended up red ringing in like 2012, but then I can just put it in the oven and bake it at a low temperature to loosen up the glue. What are you talking about, broski? You got scammed.
Well, and the funny thing is about the 360 now is like it's kind of you kind of don't need one anymore because all the Xboxes after that play 360 games. So you have 360 games, you're good. I feel like I feel like 360 is one of those things now where the only reason to own one is one, you don't have another Xbox. Like for instance, I might leave here with a 360 because I don't have one, but we have 5 in this house. Or you're trying to be like retro or whatever. Because it's technically a retro console. It's that old.
It is a retro console, but
that's the only reason to own one if you don't own another type of Xbox, because Microsoft was nice enough to make it all their following consoles backwards compatible. So
well, here's another thing. It also would teach you how to repair every known machine
Yes, it
on the
will.
planet. Because of that, I know how to build a computer. I can fix phones. I know what you're gonna have to fix
worst
it
console of all time.
every 2 months.
Terribly
Can
built.
you believe they sold a $400 heat factory,
I sure couldn't.
and the only way to get it to work was to heat it up more? Oh my god!
No, it was stupid. And you know, the funny thing too is that like the graphics around this day, I know I was just praising them, but we wouldn't really see what they were supposed to look like until the end of the era, around like I would say 2012 or so. So some of these first games look terrible. This is some of the worst stuff I've ever seen in my life. I still have nightmares of how Saints Row 2 looked. That was a bad looking game when it first came out. And
It's not about how they look; it's about how they feel.
and they felt terrible too. So it's like playing underwater. Even though I liked the game, it felt like I was playing underwater. But yeah, 360 was it was a time. I do miss the Xbox Marketplace. I feel like that was my favorite thing about the 360. It was the digital games. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's the first time I played that version. Me and Chevy played Marvel vs. Capcom 1, but I never played 2 until the 360 version. Explosion Man, that was great. Super Meat Boy, all that stuff.
Explosion Man, Xbox used to make such good games. Oh my god,
They
what
used
happened?
to, man. I don't know what happened.
End of an era.
Yeah, I really haven't liked Microsoft stuff since 360.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
All right. So let's get into games that do work. Elden Ring. Actually, it's broken now. So apparently,
Okay.
it's speedrunning season. Apparently, there's a new glitch in Elden Ring that lets you walk on air and water and everything else you want to, which will actually let you get through the entire DLC, I think in 23 minutes or something like that, which is, if that's what you want to do. I think speedrunning's cool, very interesting. I don't know why someone would want to do this in the game on their own, like to enjoy the game besides speedrunning, but What do you think, Mom?
I think once again, you have a game that someone made, someone built, they made mistakes, and they're probably going to fire them and shut down.
That is not how this works at all. Oh my god. Okay, a speedrunning glitch is not a fireable offense.
Well, what is?
In video games, fireable offenses are usually things you would get fired for if you worked at a bank or like some other place where people like sexual harassment or not coming to work or like taking a month off from work and then I don't know, just showing up out of nowhere. Like
Or the company
those
just shutting down.
Yeah, those things get you fired. Not a glitch in the game that lets people speed run it.
Did they give him a raise?
Who?
Whoever made the glitch.
That's not how glitches work. That is not how glitches work.
So speedrun glitches, I don't know. It's funny because developers talk about speedrun glitches all the time about whether or not they should take them out. Because kind of the thing about them is that the average player usually probably won't ever run into it. Like, your average player is not going to know how to do it. So, actually, there's an example of the opposite that's happening earlier this year. Critical / Penguin Z0 or whatever on YouTube. He hosted a speedrunning competition for this Crab Souls-like game. Well, I guess it's still a Souls-like game. And at one point, the speedrunners found this glitch that let them beat the game in like 5 minutes or something like that. Like, it was really fast. The developers didn't like it, so they actually patched out the speed. It was a speedrun glitch, so they actually patched it out, which is insane. So, in my opinion, I feel like this is one of those things you gotta just kind of let it rock, I guess. Like, unless it actually impacts like somebody's ability to like just play the game and beat it normally, I feel like a lot of speedrun glitches should just kind of be left alone, because otherwise, like, one, I don't really get the point if the average player isn't never actually going to run into it, or if it's not going to actually mess their game up.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point of speedrunning is essentially to break the game in different ways so you can beat it as fast as possible. It's a race to the end in any way you want. And so why like, what's the point of patching that? You know, it's not like whatever.
If that's what it's designed to do, get you through the game faster, why would you want to speed run? Don't you want to enjoy the gameplay?
Speed running. Okay,
yeah, explain.
You know how the Olympics has like swimming, right?
Yes.
Right? People like to swim. Why swim fast? Why do you want to go from one end of the pool to the other? Because it's cool, and that's it. You could swim slow if you want, and like go in circles or something.
Can't. You won't be in the
can't.
Race.
No. But that's the thing. They made the race because people want to race. You do speed running because people want to race. People want to compete, and who can go and do it the fastest.
Yeah.
But if
You
you're
don't have
speedrunning
to. If you
and
like,
don't go through the paces. What's the fun of the game?
it's okay. If you're swimming and you don't go all the way to the bottom and tickle people's toes from under the water, what's the point? No,
That's not a part of
that is
it.
what I'm saying. The point is the race. It's not the game. If those guys who swim and race couldn't swim, they'd be running.
So what is the glitch?
This glitch, it's like you get the bow and then you jump on the thing and then you turn around and your horse disappears, but then you're walking like you're on the horse, but there's no horse. And because there's no horse, you can't fall through
so
the
anyway,
ground.
Mom, it's a different way of playing the game, right? Like, so like people don't, like, this isn't how like there aren't people who buy these and then only play it that way, right? It's just a way of doing it. So like there's games that'll take you maybe like 50 hours to beat, right? But people think it's challenging and fun to find like things in the game that make you be able to beat that 50-hour game in like an hour.
And then
Or
compete
30
with other
minutes.
people to see who can do it.
Who can do it the fastest. Because it requires a lot of like techniques that are like unorthodox to actually playing the game. It's like you have to like.
You have to remember, a video game is media, yes, but it's not like other media we talk about, like music or movies. They're not passive, they're active. So just like every other activity you do, like driving or swimming or walking, you can do that and enjoy it in one way, or you can do it and enjoy it in another way. You can enjoy driving and looking out the window and seeing the homeless people, or you can enjoy hitting that gas and trying to get to the other end as fast as possible before the cops catch you. Either way, you're driving, but you're enjoying it for different reasons. It's the same with the game. You can play the game normally and go around and tick hit stuff and dress up, or you can try to break this bad boy and get done in 20 minutes.
That is the most preposterous thing I've ever.
It is exactly like
What
every
a
other
waste
race.
of all that money to buy the
that's
game.
cool.
If you
What
get
a
through it in
waste
5
of-
minutes.
Well, no,
What
I mean,
a waste of
if
gas.
If you're running that like.
It
If
is.
you're practicing it all the time, you're doing like 200
Oh,
times.
no, Mom,
I think
you-
that's a great,
okay.
That's a
But
great.
what if you run across this speed running the first time you're playing?
You don't, and no one ever does. That's the thing. To speed run, You have to have knowledge of the game. So you will play it normally, and you will learn things about
What
it,
if you're
and then
a fast learner?
It doesn't matter.
Mom,
You're experiencing it for the first time.
There is
You can't-
nobody who speedruns the first time. That's not a real thing.
You can't fast learn something you don't know. You get what I'm saying? You have to play the game, and you got to play it, and then you'll keep playing it, and you'll find ways to do this faster and that faster. You'll improve your time. So when you're speedrunning, you're speedrunning. When you're playing the game, you're playing the game. It's different. Just like a swimmer. Some
You're
swimmers
already proficient at that point.
yeah, you get proficient, and then you
that's what
say,
I
"I'm
had
gonna."
to say. Okay, thanks.
You don't like my analogies?
I fell asleep. I was just trying to catch up.
All right, Sleepy Joe. That's a good name. You know, I think that's my favorite one out of all the name calling we have in politics. Sleepy Joe. That's a good one.
Sleepy Joe is when I knew Trump lost it. he like, well, because now he just calls her laughing Kamala.
No, he calls her
laughing Kamala. It's over. That's bad.
Well,
yeah,
like,
that's boo.
Sometimes he tries too hard with certain names, like D-Sanctimonious. I don't even know what he's talking about
who is he
tonight.
talking
Or
You know
George
who he's talking about.
George Snorphalophagus or something like that. Stupid. What's the guy on ABC that he makes fun of?
George?
Yeah, George.
Stephanopoulos?
Yeah, he says George Snorolopicus or something because he's so boring or something. Like, come on, guy. But Sleepy Joe?
It's like grade school. It's like being on the playground.
Yeah, but I can get behind a Sleepy Joe. Like, that sounds like, hey, look at Sleepy Joe over there. Like, I could do that. Look at the Sanctimonious. What? I can't do that one. That's not a good one. That's not a good one. Yeah.
And
Sleepy
laughing
Joe.
Kamala. Yeah.
Is that what he said? Laughing Kamala?
Yes, that's what he's been saying because I guess she laughs a lot.
And then everyone's like, huh? This is
No idea what
why
you're talking
we are
about.
not a podcast for politics. Let's move on.
Yeah, I'm the only one who knows politics.
Yeah, you're the only one.
I
The
think
Shavar
that-
knows it all podcast. Jesus Christ.
But there's a tongue holding scenario as well. So.
I do read the New York Times headlines, so
The headlines. I have the subscription, so
you're one of the elite. Okay.
Yes, I am. Because
We don't
I
have
wanna
any
know
other.
what's going on.
We don't have any other topics. I don't know what you want me to move on to.
Say what? That's it?
That's it.
We gather all into the same room. And we have 2 topics?
4. There were 4 topics.
Oh, I slipped through a couple. Okay.
All right, Sleepy Joe. See, that's a good one.
I set you out. Pow!
All right. That's it. They didn't even make games this week. So I don't know.
They're not going to make any next week, as I said. Gamers, hold on to your games. Think the end is nigh.
Mom, you failed us. You didn't play anything. But you got to play something, man.
There's no point. It's all ending.
Say so.
So next week, let me say this. We will have another wonderful review of the movie Trap. Did I say that already?
No, you did not.
No, we definitely talked about that earlier. Y'all got bad memories.
Maybe pre-podcast.
Shavar sitting there saying I said Trump did great. Y'all forgetting y'all talked about Trap like an hour ago. No, we definitely said that already.
I've got plenty of your voice recorded. I'm gonna have an AI say whatever I want you to say on this show. Okay. So you whatever you think you said or didn't say, it's not up to you anymore. Okay.
Well, I also listened to other podcasts, and I heard one that suggested this really nice website called happy.ai. Happy is spelled with an I. So I haven't explored it yet. I plan to this weekend, and it's supposed to be helpful to people so that they feel good about themselves.
Oh, it's like a mental health thing.
It is, yeah.
Okay. By the way, you should check your Nvidia stock. They grew by 329 billion
Yeah.
in one day.
Yeah.
In a single day.
Well, the stock market fell by over 600 points today, so I needed something to pick me up.
Yeah, because they had to give it to Nvidia. That's why.
I'll take it.
All right. Well, enjoy that happy AI. Don't let it hypnotize you or something, okay? Or don't give it all of your data, and just be responsible, okay?
Good.
Sure. Well, I don't know what's going on.
Dog, don't get upset because I said you said Trump was great. Yeah, I feel like you're still sitting on that one.
Cause you doing me like that all the time. You put words in my mouth. Get out of here.
I didn't put words in your mouth. I found words you said, and I took them separately, and then I put them in front of you as though you said them. That's what AI does. All right. Well, thanks for listening to the show. I guess I'll cut this last 20 minutes out. There's absolutely no content in there at all.
Well, at least you're cutting this show and not letting it go on for 24 hours.
Yeah, can you publish this one less than 8 days from the last podcast?
Well, the last time after the podcast, I was so excited to go watch the movie, I forgot to stop the recording. So when I got back, and then something happened where I woke up the next day and I was like, I don't think I pushed stop, and I came in here and it was still recording. It was like a 23 and a half hour recording, and my computer was completely full. I had no space. I had to pull out another hard drive to plug it in so I could upload the audio to the editing program, because it always copies it, and there was no space to copy it because it was 24-hour long raw recording. So then I had to get that to upload, then I had to cut off each piece, and so that took a couple days.
And the dog ate his lunch.
Yeah.
He's the best president since Lincoln, though. I don't I get that. All right, thanks for listening to the show. We'll see you next time for episode 146. Oh my God, be quiet.